Justice Warriors! It's the bias response team! If you've been offended, your feelings must be defended. Freedom of expression is a microaggression. Here comes Angela Freddy. He's always ready to fight fascism with fascism. Starbucks windows don't stand a chance. Ethic enhancer. He's a systematic racism finder. Using the powers of screaming and shame, they win every debate by calling your name. They're heroes who think that they're victims. Social justice warriors.
What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. Hope you enjoyed that little clip. Actually found that clip online, and I was like, where the hell is this? So I went looking for it, and I actually found it uploaded as its own little clip. Turns out it's from a movie that I haven't seen yet, but I'm really interested in seeing, called No Safe Spaces. Adam Carolla and a bunch of other greats are in that movie, and I keep meaning to go ahead and buy it, and I just haven't had the opportunity yet. So hopefully you enjoyed it, but thank you to all of you for first of all, you can tell I need a vacation. This was supposed to be my vacation week, and it all fell through. We're hoping maybe next week will end up working out. We're still waiting to see about fill-in hosts. So I'm a little tired, and my neck is still in a lot of pain. Talking with my doctor about it, and we're going to have to work something out here. But so a couple of things. One, I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your day to even stop by and watch this. Two, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my premium Podbean. Seriously, the cheapest plan is $2 a month. That's it, okay? It's less than the cup of a bad cup of coffee, all right? So if you could do that, that helps me out tremendously. I want to grow the premium service. We're starting to add some new things, and I need your help to make that happen. Like I said, it's just $2 a month for the minimum, and that buys you access to all of the premium stuff. So if you like watching these every single week, and it's funny, I had a lot of people reach out to me this week saying, hey, I missed the live stream. I only see last Monday. Where's the live stream at? Well, it's for premium subscribers. So the idea is to get you to subscribe on Podbean, and then you'll have access to it. If you want to go with a higher tier, that's great. If you want to pay for the annual plan, you'll save a month. But really, I made it as simple and easy as I possibly could. I was going for volume, not higher price and that sort of stuff. Because I know that there's going to be some bleed over, and I don't have the production value that a lot of other places that charge you $20 a month have. So $2 a month is the minimum at podbean.com. Again, caseythehost.podbean.com. Okay? I would encourage you, please go subscribe to that. Also want to thank our sponsor, silverfoxart.com. And here's the thing. I know that my studio is not its normal beautiful self, but this is a piece from silverfoxart.com. Okay, this is 3-dimensional full-color wood. This is handcrafted. It's got backlighting on it, so it's got a little light switch here, which you can't really tell because of the lighting here, but it's got a little light switch. Okay, this is just a little example. Guess what? If you're a premium subscriber, you're going to have an opportunity to win this. Okay? Probably going to launch that contest. I know I'm behind on that. Probably going to launch that next week. And the reason I'm behind is because I'm trying to get everybody's premium subscriber swag all taken care of, okay? So I got behind on that because of some personal stuff, and then there were some issues getting the list of everybody. It's a whole thing. So we got it. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Every time you try to watch the live stream on the Podbean, you can never see it until after it's done the next day. Any ideas? All right, Brian, here's what you need to do. First of all, Podbean doesn't allow video live streams, okay? They're working on it, I'm told, but they don't allow it yet. So you need to download the free Podbean app, okay? When you download the Podbean app, you log in, you'll get a notification when I go live, and you'll be able to listen to me just like you do on the radio show. You'll be able to call in just like you do on the radio show. But the video is uploaded afterwards, and that is for premium subscribers, all right? So the audio is live. They're working on some additional features and that sort of thing. So we're working on it, all right? If you have any more problems, any more questions, feel free to go ahead and hit me up, okay? So whether you're following on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on some of you might be on D Live here. D Live, I'll push D Live out next month. I'm testing it, tweaking some things and things like that. So next month we'll hit you with D Live. But if you're doing any of that, make sure you're subscribed, following, that sort of thing. But Podbean is the most important thing, okay? And silverfoxart.com, like I said, if you want a custom piece, it doesn't have to be a Trump Punisher skull. We just chose you an example. They made my logo, so I've got my skull and cross mics right there on my wall. Again, backlit, three-dimensional. They can do anything that you want, ladies and gentlemen, and they are amazing. And we've got the promo codes and all of that in the description, and a link to their website in the description of this video. DLive is pretty cool. I'm enjoying DLive so far, so I'm picking it up. I'm also getting ready to launch a different channel, which I may port over to DLive as well. That is going to be totally unrelated to politics. All right, so I've finally made the decision. I figured I've been wanting to do a 3D printing channel, but I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a Second Amendment version of it, but then I'm like, I don't own enough guns to do that. So I figured out what I want to do, and I'm going to start doing 3D printing videos and things like that. And I have my new resin printer that'll be here hopefully in a week or so. So we got a bunch of stuff that are happening, and I'm hoping to be able to help you. Yeah, BitChute. So here's the thing, though, Alex. Do I want to get involved with sending it to a million different places? So that's the thing. You know, it's BitChute seems great too. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with it. You know, do I want to keep posting everywhere, or do I want to really focus on one community? That's what I'm trying to do. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. All right. Okay. What do we have here? So this is going to be a bit of an AMA. And I've had a lot of questions coming in recently on various platforms, and I wanted to take some time and address some of those. So AMA means Ask Me Anything, all right? So if you want to ask me... By the way, there is an Ask Me Anything channel on my Discord server. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. There you are. There you are. Why am I not finding the stupid invite thing on my Discord server? Because I'm exhausted, and there we go. Here we go. All right, so this is a Discord invite, all right? If you're watching this and you want to hop on a Discord, there you go. Go to that link. Join the Discord server. We really want you there. But there's also an AMA on the Discord, Ask Me Anything. And that used to get a lot more traction than it does now. A lot of times people use it to post various little things. Like the last question I got was, does allnaturalcbd.org have dog products? Yes, they do. They actually do. They're a sponsor of the radio show, and allnaturalcbd.org does, in fact, have products for your dog. Okay, so let's roll through some of these, and if you have any more questions, definitely post them, and if I don't see them, I apologize. Just repost them when we get an opportunity. So the first one that I got from one of my regular listeners is there a silent majority for Trump? And this is a great question because, first of all, I think the answer is yes. I really do think that. I think there's a lot of people who are undecided. But first of all, he's still more popular with the base of the Republican Party than even Reagan was. Okay, that's even latest polling. So Trump is very popular among conservatives and Republicans. So with that, yeah, we're good. His polling is still higher than Obama at this point in time, which should tell you an awful lot considering how much the media loved Obama and how much the media hates Trump. Okay, the fact that their polling would even be similar, let alone having Trump in many of those polls ahead of Obama, should be very concerning to Democrats. There's the whole history thing. Typically, the president wins re-election. Very rarely does a president not win re-election. Presidents also tend to win re-election when the economy is good. We've all seen the economy kind of roar back. They're trying to shut everything down again. And the other thing is, during times of crisis, Americans typically re-elect the president. Okay, so all of those things are kind of going in Trump's favor. But I also think that a lot of Americans are taking a look at what's happening right now, and they're not willing to jump in with crazy people on the other side. And I don't think that a lot of people believe that Joe Biden is in any way, shape, or form going to be, completely different than he has been his entire political career when the country rejected him for president, 2-3 times previously. There's some real issues with Joe Biden's campaign. And once we get closer to the campaign, we'll start seeing those campaign ads roll out. So the stuff that we talk about on a daily basis, the average person's not going to pick up on until we get September, October, that sort of thing. You'll start seeing those ads roll out, and there's plenty of material for Trump. So, yeah, I do think that there is a silent majority for Trump. I think that the polling is incorrect. I've gone over the polling several times. I don't think that that means you should rest, because automatically, this is the thing that Americans need to get. Automatically, at the beginning of an election cycle, half of the country is opposed to your candidate. Automatically. So you have to just assume it's 48-48 and you're fighting for the other 4%. Just assume it's that way. And I think you'll be able to have a pretty decent campaign strategy. There's a lot more going for Trump than going against Trump, okay? And so I think that we'll start to see a lot of that play out the closer we get to the election. But yes, I do believe that there is a silent majority that favors Trump. I think that a lot of people are just for the sake of avoiding being assaulted, attacked, having to deal with it, are just saying whatever, screw Trump. Yeah, I'm not a Trump supporter, and they're moving on. Okay, so yes, I do think that. We'll see. Ultimately we'll see, but I do think that. And the polling right now, even though the polling is favoring, first of all, it's not scientific at this point in time. There's very few cell phone polls that are involved, and without cell phone polls, the polls don't mean anything. But if you look at the polls that have been done, the ones that say I'm voting for Joe Biden over Donald Trump, those same people are not enthusiastic about Joe Biden. Those same people think that Trump is going to win, and those same people think that Joe Biden has early onset dementia. So those are all very critical factors when you're looking at everything. And I think that when we get to the debates, I think that Joe Biden's going to get waxed. I do, folks. I don't think that Joe Biden is going to be able to do anything to Trump in a debate. So we'll see. Ultimately, he could surprise us. Who knows? He may get a shot of adrenaline before he goes out on stage. I'm not sure. But I am convinced that there is far more support for President Trump than the media is portraying. But that doesn't mean that you should rest on your laurels, because every election is super, super close. Okay? Now, will masks affect my concealed carry? This is a big question. I get this a ton. People keep asking me about their concealed carry license and whether or not wearing a mask is going to put them at felony jeopardy. And the reason for this is, for those of you who do not know, you're not supposed to carry a firearm and a mask in almost every state. It's against the law. Here's the thing. Almost every single state is not counting the mask ordinances that they have, respectively, and they're all a little different, to count against concealed carry holders, okay? If you have a legal ability to carry concealed, the mask ordinance is not going to affect you legally. In fact, Eric Holcomb was asked about this in Indiana. I don't have any information on Michigan. Michigan's nuts. But Eric Holder was asked about this specifically in early July. He sent an email to media on July 2nd that said any mask ordinance in the state of Indiana will not affect your legal ability to carry. If you can legally carry concealed, you're okay if you're abiding by a mask ordinance, all right? And it's pretty much that way in almost any other state, all right? So you're not going to find this trap, if you will, of, hey, you're required to wear a mask, so you wear a mask, and then you have your concealed carry permit on you with your weapon, and you get stopped by the cops for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden you've been, committing a felony. That's not going to happen. You should be okay, all right? Why is there a coin shortage? Okay, I did not know about this until this weekend. My wife brought it up. I don't go out. I don't shop. I don't pay cash. The last time I paid cash was at the dollar store. They said they needed fives. I had 1 5 on me, but I was spending like $15. And I said, I'll give you this 5 since you need 5s and just put the rest on the card. They said they couldn't do it. And I'm like, all right, screw you guys then. I didn't know about the coin shortage. My wife told me about it over, I think it was Saturday. And I said, you're kidding, right? And she goes, yeah, there's like a coin shortage. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Coins are already minted. So anyway, I looked into it, and there's a lot of places that are not even accepting cash because they can't give you proper change because they have no coins. So I guess what's happening is, since fewer people are out there shopping and using cash, there's less coins that are in circulation. So there's a lot of places that don't have coins. That's just how it is, apparently. I don't understand all the ins and outs of it, but that's the general explanation that has been made. As far as the minting of coins, some of the employees have been furloughed and that sort of thing, so they've slowed down coin production, which coin production shouldn't be a big deal, but there's less people spending cash, and because there's less cash in circulation, there's less coins that are available, and apparently there's a shortage of coins. Okay, so that does it make a lot of sense to me? I don't know. I still have questions about it, but that appears to be the issue. All right. What are some good news sources? This is one that I get on a regular basis. Let me log into my system here, and I'll pull up some good ones for you. People are asking for non-biased, okay? I'm going to give you some biased, and I'm going to give you some non-biased. I think, first of all, for biased sources, I think you have to start with Breitbart. And here's the thing. People on the left hate Breitbart, and Breitbart will, in fact, have a right-wing bias in their reporting. However, the reporting is solid. The facts of their reporting, so if you're reading an article at Breitbart and you have, this is happening because of this, and this, and our opinion is this. If you want to ignore their opinion, that's cool. But the other stuff that's in the article is 98% of the time going to be true. Breitbart has a very good record of accurate reporting of the facts. Their opinion may sway away from what you want, but their reporting is very, very good. And in fact, Breitbart breaks a ton of news. Over the past 2 years, I've had more breaking news come out of Breitbart than I have of any of the major networks. So Breitbart is a very good news source. If you disagree with their opinion, that's okay. Just funnel the opinion out in the article. But the facts of it are usually pretty accurate. Breitbart's a good news source for you. What else do we have here? I mean, I would say the Gateway Pundit, and the Gateway Pundit is really partisan, and they are quick to jump the gun. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. The thing about Gateway Pundit is Jim Hofton crew over there, they have things oftentimes a week or two before anybody else. And sometimes they get attacked because they're reporting something that is obviously very biased. They're hugely biased. But when they get it right, they get it right. They sometimes get it wrong, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. But if you want early information that may be accurate, Gateway Pundit is a good biased source for you to go to. Now, Newsbusters is a great analyzer of the media in general. I always recommend newsbusters.org. They will pull together how much news is covering a certain story and how biased it is. Let's see. I'm less reliant on Reason.com than I used to be because I think that they're just libertarian shills at this point. They still do some good work, don't get me wrong, but I find that about 20% of their product is solidly good on a regular basis now, whereas it used to be probably 60-70%. So they're losing a lot of respect, in my opinion. If you were to go, I would say, if I were to give you two sources that were in the digital realm for you to look at on a regular basis for very accurate and unbiased information, it would be the Daily Caller News Foundation, and it would be Just the News. Those are two phenomenal sources as far as print digital media are concerned. Now, the Daily Caller is a right of center outfit, but their accuracy and their unbiasedness in their reporting, now they have opinion pieces, but in their reporting, even the Daily Caller is accepted by Facebook and other social media platforms as a fact checker. They are that good. The Daily Caller News Foundation is one of the most accurate and reliable news organizations in the entire world. I would put them up against anybody. And Just the News, with basically a bunch of journalists who were trying to get things done at various places, and they were running into the partisanship and bias and that sort of thing, and they started their own outfit. So they're really, really good. And Just the News has a different way of doing things. So you'll have the article, and then you'll see a little tab up there that says Dig. And so you click on that tab, and it has all of the sources of where they're getting their information from. It's phenomenal. They're very, very good. If you're going to look for, other places to go find things, I think that, oh God, what is his, geez. Guys, seriously, I'm exhausted. I'm more tired today than I thought that I was going to be. So hold on a second. Alex, help me out. Who the hell is the guy with the hat? Why am I forgetting his name right now? What in the heck, dude? Timcast. Tim Pool. Thank you. For some reason, good Lord, Tim Pool's good. Tim Pool is actually a left-leaning individual who is extremely fair to everybody. So Tim Pool is fantastic. If you want to find him on YouTube or his podcast, I highly recommend Tim Pool as well. Okay, so those are just some good sources for unbiased news. Let's see. Asthma treatment for COVID-19. Have you heard of this? Yes, I have heard of it, but not much. So there's a doctor that's going viral in Texas for claiming that there is a COVID-19 cure, and it is an aerosolized asthma medication. what is the name of this thing here? Silver Bullet, whatever. It's Beno something or other. Anyway, it's one of the steroidal asthma medications. And so I looked into it. Somebody had asked me about it and said, is Dr. Fauci keeping this a secret? No, folks, I really don't buy into any of the Fauci conspiracy theories. I think Dr. Fauci is a guy who's singularly focused. I think Dr. Fauci has made several mistakes. I think some of those mistakes are not his fault because he was lied to. And I think that people need to cut him a little bit more slack. With that said, has he been seriously wrong about several things? Yes, without a doubt. But I would also expect people to be wrong about something that is brand new, okay? And no, I don't approve of some of the things that he has recommended. And yes, I think that there's tremendous issues with some of those things. So anyway, I went ahead and I looked into this. And there is a doctor in West Texas who is claiming that one of these medications for asthma, this aerosolized steroid, is really beneficial. I think they made a claim. Oh yeah, budesonide is the inhaled steroid. Okay, now this actually goes along with some of the stuff that President Trump has said at press conferences. Okay, about aerosolized medication, which I had to highlight before, and some of that could be hydrogen peroxide. Aerosolized hydrogen peroxide has been used to treat SARS coronaviruses in the past, very successfully, by the way. And the president made reference to that, and some people didn't understand what he was talking about, and they said, hey, he doesn't know what he's talking about, aerosolized and cleansing from the inside and all of that. Turns out that there are medications that do that. I did notice, now there are some hospitals, like Midland Memorial Hospital says there's no evidence that this works, we don't have any peer review, and that's true, but it is in trial. And it's in trial in the UK. So the UK has actually been conducting several trials of the aerosolized steroidal medications for asthma in the treatment of COVID-19. And guess what? Those studies seem to be showing tremendous promise. So this doctor in West Texas may be onto something, but it is not conclusive at this point in time. Peer review has not been done, and we don't have any conclusive research on this. That doesn't mean that the anecdotal evidence is wrong. Okay, and there's going to be places that don't want to do it. There's a lot of places that said we don't have any evidence of hydroxychloroquine working, and it turns out that hydroxychloroquine works really well. Okay, so is this doctor wrong? Don't know, but what they are recommending is being studied in clinical trials across the world, and it is showing positive results. So there may be something to this. So pay attention, because if this ends up being a legitimate treatment for COVID-19, then anything is a game changer at this point in time. So that's always good. But we don't have concrete, conclusive, peer-reviewed evidence of it at this point in time. All right, so there you go. All right, that's I think that's all the questions that I have written down from the AMA over the past week. What do you guys have? I did see on there, has COVID numbers fallen below epidemic levels? Well, here's the thing. The epidemic level is not necessarily how many people have it, okay? The epidemic level is how many people are dying from it. And the CDC is really close to that. So let me pull up the latest update on that. CDC, recent epidemic. The CDC has already said that they are considering that COVID-19 is very close to having the epidemic status rescinded, okay? Now, that doesn't mean anything for the pandemic status. Pandemic is the international aspect of it. The epidemic is the local aspect of it. But yes, they are very close to rescinding, but they haven't done it yet. They are very close to rescinding the epidemic status of COVID-19 in the United States. They're probably not going to until the latest surge is evaluated more closely, but very few people are dying from the virus right now, and that number continues to do this, okay? So if you look at the charts for how many people are dying from COVID-19, the death rate, it's on an 11-week decline, and it hasn't spiked or anything of that nature. In fact, the death rate continues to decline. So even with the increase in new cases. So we'll ultimately see, but I think they're going to hold off on that until they figure out what's happening with this so-called surge. But yes, it is close. It is very close to having the epidemic status rescinded. All right, what else do we have here? I got to get into Restream. Guy, yeah, yeah, Tim Pool guy with the hat. Sorry, guys. My eyes are seriously on fire today. I didn't take my allergy medicine this morning. I have to. All right. Oh, Paul posted that Ghislaine Maxwell is reportedly being moved from cell to cell. There we go. Who is going to be the vice presidential pick for Joe Biden? My money right now is Susan Rice, but I don't know. That'd be my money. I honestly don't know. I think if you're Joe Biden, it's one of the dumbest things in the world for you to not pick a minority woman. And Kamala Harris is very unpopular with leftists. Susan Rice can probably fly in there pretty good. Now, Susan Rice has some liability issues if she is the vice presidential pick, and I'm not saying that she would be a good pick, but she may be the best of what's available. And right now, I would say that my money's on Susan Rice. But who knows? It's changed in the past. You never know. Let's see. Someone said Trump needs to run against Biden, not Trump running against Trump. Agreed. I would agree with that. What else do we have here? I've seen a buttload of Trump bumper stickers on cars on the highway in Georgia and North Carolina yesterday. Yeah, but Georgia and North Carolina, we're going to go for Trump anyway. So really, it's the swing states. But yeah, in those states, absolutely, I would say that he's certainly very popular. Mask question came up in Illinois. ISP said that they would not arrest a CCW if a mask were worn. There you go. So even in Illinois. Let's see. Just heard 2 South Bend Police Department police scanner calls in the last 2 weeks about a suspect waving a handgun and a rifle, and they were told not to respond unless there was a threat. Any thoughts? Well, without knowing anything about the case, I have some questions. There is an individual, okay, in South Bend who is trying to bait. He's like a sovereign citizen dude who's been trying to bait the South Bend Police Department into attacking him for a couple of years now. I'm assuming that they think that's the guy. And so from the South Bend Police Department's perspective, just having a gun outdoors may not be a crime. If somebody is threatening somebody, then they can come out. Because there's this guy who's been trying desperately to get them to respond in a way that he can sue them over. And I'm wondering if maybe he's ramping up his antics because of what's happening with BLM and all that other stuff. That would be my guess, but I don't have any insider information. No clue. Lady at Kroger just now, they are recommending you wear me. Thank you. That's not something that's going to happen. Have a good day. Let's see. What does Eric Holder have to do with Indiana? What did I miss there? I don't know. Eric Holder, Indiana. I'm not sure. What is, Oh, is he going to speak at Anderson College? No clue, guys. No clue. No idea. Kroger is no longer giving change. Good Lord. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let's see. Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know anything about Bitcoin, guys. So it's not going to... The jokes are going to go right over my head. Okay. What do we have? Oh, you said Holder instead of Holcomb. I gotcha. That makes sense. Alex just got changed from Kroger, so it's lies. There you go. Yeah, sovereign citizens are nuts. It's sovereign citizens are a lot like liberals to me. And what I find interesting about them is that they devote all of this time into researching stuff, and none of it's like legitimate research. So if they just spent 5 minutes actually looking into the real thing instead of looking at sidebar things, they would see that their position isn't tenable. But, hey, to each their own, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if AOC somehow gets his VP. No, she's not going to. She's way too polarizing. AOC's not going to get the VP pick. She's going to be on the sidelines doing what she's doing now for him, where she's offering policy positions and things of that nature. So, yeah, but AOC won't be the pick. Susan Rice has a ton of baggage. But name one of the potential VP nominees that doesn't. Susan Rice has a ton of baggage. Leftists also think that she doesn't. So there's that. What else do we have? 99.85% survival rate. That's the only number I need to remember. Yeah, there's that. Has COVID numbers... Okay, that's the epidemic one. No, Anthony. Let's see. Casey doesn't work Saturdays and Sundays. Tim Pool does. Yep. Look, that's his job. If my job were YouTube and social media, I would be on it all the time, nonstop. That's not my job. So here's what I can do. What I can do is I can do my radio gig, everything that goes into the radio gig, then abandon my family and do all of the extra stuff too, where I'm not doing anything and have everybody pissed off at me all the time and have my kids not have a dad, or I can do the father thing and focus on my radio show. So that's kind of what I do. Let's see. Picked up a copy of Orwell's 1984, and it'll cover all of the news of today. Yep, got that. All right. Cool deal. We've not had 1,000 deaths a day since June 3rd. Alex thinks that's why it could be an Obama-esque name that we've never heard before. Maybe. Yeah, it could be. Right now, I would say that Susan Rice is leading, but he's gone through several potential nominees that have gone that have ended up falling apart because of scandals that they had. Gretchen Whitmer was a front runner until Gretchen Whitmer got caught in several major lies. So Gretchen Whitmer not on that docket right now. So it very well could be. It could be somebody that we've never heard of. It could be. What do you think about teachers remoting into classes full of students instead of e-learning, just an aid to maintain order? I don't like it. I don't like that at all. First of all, I think that kids probably should be back at school, okay? But I think the e-learning is fine. Here's, I ran into an article the other day. And it was a group that was thanking President Trump for exposing the fraud of public education. And the reason for that is, let's see if I can find it quickly. I don't know. It's like probably 5 days ago. 5 days ago, my show prep is like 10 pages deep at that point. So, and the search function on Instapaper is not great. Oh, there we go. Hey, son of a gun, I found it. The National Parents Coalition is thrilled that Trump exposed indoctrination in government schools. National Parents Coalition that formed around an anti-Common Core movement told Breitbart News that it is thrilled President Trump has exposed the indoctrination of America's children that has been occurring for decades in government schools. In comments sent to Breitbart News following Trump's address at Mount Rushmore, let's see, the violent mayhem that we have seen in the streets and the cities that are run by liberal... Okay, whatever. Well, basically their whole point is they've been using the school system to brainwash their kids for a number of years. True. And they've been attacking homeschooling. True. And all of this appears to have been unraveled, if you will. Now, there's a lot of parents who want their kids to go back to school because parents don't want to do the teaching part. All right? That's fair. I understand that. We don't like it either. But a lot of kids want to go back to school. But at the same time, I think that a lot of people have learned that homeschooling is a viable option. So I would love e-learning. I would rather see e-learning rather than kids just being in the school with the teachers remoting in. Now, you might need to do that with some teachers based on their age, but my wife actually had an interesting suggestion about this the other day. She goes, why don't you take the older teachers that are in the risk category and have them do the e-learning for the students that choose e-learning, and then the younger teachers who are not in the risk category can be in the classroom with the kids. Seems like a simple solution to me. No, the idea of sending kids into the classroom and then having certain teachers remote in, no. Teachers should be there if the kids are in there. If the kids are there, that's my position on it. Some people might disagree with that, but yeah, that's where I would be at. Let's see. Well, that's just Tim doesn't have kids. Yeah, Tim doesn't have kids, and even Ben Shapiro's job is basically to be on the internet all the time. That's his job, and he gets paid a lot of money to do that. I don't get paid anything to do that. I don't get paid anything to do this. That's why I have the premium subscriber. It has to be worth my while to do this, and I've been wanting to launch a second show for a while, and to convince my wife to allow me to do it, we had to go with a premium thing, and that's where it comes in. So. Make a little scratch, not much, but it's enough to motivate me to do this every single day. You notice I don't miss many days when I do this. When I was doing the free ones, I missed a lot of them. It's just how it is. If I can provide for my family doing something, I will. If I can't, I won't. It's, I'm 40 years old, and I'm at a point where either I'm going to make money doing something or I'm probably not going to do it. That's just kind of how I'm at. Let's see. I'm just reading them right here now. Let's see. When is the Craft Beer Corner going to review something that is not an IPA? I have no control over that. I love that guy. I have no control over it. Here's the thing. I can't find many IPAs that taste different than other IPAs. There's a few. But most IPAs are very, very similar, and everybody does a good IPA now. Whereas if you go back like 5-6 years ago, a few people did a really good IPA and a bunch of people did really bad ones. Everybody's kind of gotten the IPA recipe down. So any IPA that comes out now is pretty good, But yeah, I'm with you. I don't see enough flavor variance in an IPA for there to be as much attention on them as there are. So I would agree with that. I would much rather hear about unique pilsners that are coming out. Stouts can have dramatic flavor differences. Porters, the same thing. But yeah, everything's IPA right now. And I would have thought that the IPA bandwagon would have died down by now, but apparently not. Apparently not. Let's see. Excellent idea for older teachers. Yeah. I mean, look, if you're an older teacher, you're at risk, dude. I get it. Not wanting to be in the classroom. Totally understand that. And you can't put those teachers at risk. All right. The kids will carry the virus, but not get sick from it. So, go ahead and put the older teachers who are at risk at some kind of an e-learning thing. I think there's going to be a lot of parents who choose to do e-learning, to be honest with you. Now with e-learning, here's what has to happen, though. This next school year, it has to be a real structure. What they did last year was kind of a cobbled together, quick little thing where your kid is basically doing half hour to an hour's work a day. There has to be some structure to it this year, and then I would be happy with it. So there's some things that have to work out. Pediatricians are laughing at the teachers union. Yes, they are. But again, the doctors and the experts don't matter. Remember, the doctors and the experts do not matter to the press and to everybody else. Thank you, William. I appreciate you guys too. And like I said, go ahead and sign up for premium at Podbean. Okay, that if you want me to keep doing this stuff, that's how you do it. I don't need to make much. I just need to make enough to motivate me to do it. And that's where I need your help. So go to podbean.com, go to Casey the host, and subscribe to premium. Dogfish Head 120 is, first of all, you drink that warm or you don't drink it at all. 120, first, Dogfish Head makes probably the best IPA in the world. Just all there is to it. 90-minute IPA is a fantastic general use IPA. The 120-minute, if you ever have an opportunity to get it. It will change your perspective on beer. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here, guys. I'm just looking at last couple of questions. Think about what shut Texas down. More and more news outlets, including Breitbart, saying that he might. Here we go. Yeah. Milk or oatmeal stouts are obviously more expensive because of the process. Yes. Milk stout especially. But there you go. All right. So I think we got everything, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Look, silverfoxart.com. Okay. They do amazing things like this. If you want an opportunity to win one of these, and I got regular ones too without the American flag on them. If you want an opportunity to win one of those, you got to be a premium subscriber. I'm also going to give away my Skull and Cross Mics logo, which I can't hold up for you, but is substantially bigger. We still got the Jean-Luc Picard face palm one. That is available. Contact Silver Fox Art about that. And the full-size Mandalorian is available. Again, contact silverfoxart.com, and you can get commissioned anything that you want. Any design you want. They will do it all from scratch, okay? They're very affordably priced. If you do want to get some of the bigger ones that can cost $250 or more, again, those are, they're not necessarily the common ones, but you can get those. You can use the Banana Face 25 coupon code, save yourself 25%, or $25, excuse me. And then the veterans, all veterans get 10% off at silverfoxart.com. And of course, let them know that I sent you. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Yeah, I dig the Trump Punisher ones, man. The Trump Punisher ones are awesome. And then I've got the Signet. The Signet is my second favorite after my logo. I like the Mudhorn Signet one. That one's awesome. That actually is hanging next to my 3D printer. So I enjoy that. All right, folks, I do got to bounce because I got the radio show and everything. But if you want to watch something like this every single day or listen to something like this every single day, again, go to podbean.com. Download the free Podbean app. If you have the free Podbean app and you're following me, you'll get a notification anytime I go live or I upload a new video or upload a new piece of audio, okay? So do all of that. Less than $2 a month if you buy it annually. And it is, again, just a way to keep me making some money and motivated to keep doing this. And like I said, if I don't make any money, I won't do it anymore. Yeah, that's no harm, no foul. But if you guys want me to keep doing it, then let's do that. I also ordered a second camera. Update here for you Discord peeps. So I got the second camera coming, and the second camera will allow me to do video streams to the premium subscribers on the Discord server. So that was my workaround for them not allowing video streaming on Podbean while you're live streaming. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to bounce. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, and thank you to everybody who is a supporter on Podbean and follows me on social media. And if you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else. That way we build up my social media presence. All right? I got to bounce. You all have a wonderful afternoon.